Hello, hello, hello. Happy Decorations Day to all you guys, or Memorial Day, as it's well known now. A lot going on today. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Lee. Hi, Mark. Hi, Susie. Hi, Joe. Hi, Rodney. Hi, Susie. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Matt. Hi, Brian. Hi, Amber. How you doing tonight? Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tia. How you guys all doing? Hi, Suzanne. Oh, hi, Jeff. Yep, it's going to be an interesting night tonight, though. First off, we're going to get on this ridiculous statement Biden made today. This is beyond ridiculous. I don't even know if you guys heard this yet. Biden calling 9mm handguns high caliber weapons and suggests banning them. 9mm now. So that means anything above a 9mm would be banned as well. That means 20 or anything basically 22 would be the only thing you could buy. What are your thoughts on that? That's pretty crazy to me. It's calling a 9mm handgun a high caliber weapon. It is ridiculous. I mean, I understand that mass shootings are happening. The shootings, period, that are happening are very heartfelt. And it's crazy. But those shootings, yeah, those shootings are tragedy, but they're not a normal thing. Biden says a 22 bullet would lodge in at least probably get it out. Maybe be able to save a life. So a 22 should only be the only gun allowed. Period. That's how Biden thinks. I couldn't believe that story, of course, when I first heard it. Of course, that's on the heels of Canada freezing a proposed complete freeze on ownership of handguns. Complete freeze on any handgun ownership, saying there is no reason for handguns outright. I mean, the only reason for a handgun is for law enforcement. Other firearms used for sports and hunting, they can see a use for, but that's it. What are we going to do? We're probably going to follow Canada. And he is trying to take away our Second Amendment rights. The Democratic side of the country has always been against the Second Amendment right, saying it's maybe not a right. Maybe it's not a true freedom that was included in our Constitution, even though it was. It's crazy. It is crazy. Then we got, of course, Taiwan and China tensions raising. Well, at least 30 Chinese aircraft entered Taiwanese airspace this afternoon or this evening. Yeah, we didn't ban planes. You got to think when somebody gets stabbed, we don't ban knives. We blame the stabber. Here's the problem: somebody starts a fire. Who do you blame? Do you blame the fire, or do you ban fire? Or do you blame the person that did it, the arsonist? The person that took the lives with the fire or took the property? That's who gets blamed. You don't blame an event on an inanimate object that cannot act without a personal means, a person's means. That means somebody has to physically take control of that object in order for it to do anything. As tragic as it may sound, it is not the problem. Yeah, they'll ban cars. Yeah, Pelosi's husband. No, Amber, you know what they're going to do for Pelosi's husband? They're going to do a 2-year study on which alcohols you should be banned because they cause higher DUI probability. Just wait. That'll be the next thing we hear. It is just ridiculous. It banned everything. That's where government's playing now. We are a free country that is no longer free. Our freedoms are fought. Today we are celebrating the lives that were lost, fighting for our freedoms abroad, fighting for freedoms of people abroad, people here on our home turf. Memorial Day was first, or Decorations Day, as it was first called, was for the Civil War soldiers, both the Union and the Confederacy, that have fallen. When the wives of the fallen would go out and decorate the graves of all soldiers, no matter which side they were. And now we look back and we can't even remember those days. We don't remember how far we fought to become one country, to become a united country. A country that stands together and has laws and rules for reasons. Now we're just going to take those and start throwing them out the window. And it makes me sick because I know what they ask of soldiers every day. And they ask them to do things that you wouldn't want to imagine doing. But it's happening here in America. But anyways, these 30 Chinese aircraft that enter Taiwan airspace today, it's just another larger incision. It's the largest incursion, of course, since January. But it's another site that Taiwan or China is ready to take Taiwan. They have it surrounded. They're ready to go. And what are we doing? We're worried about handguns here in the U.S. That's what, of course, Biden's worried about. As Biden, of course, caved on we knew he would, his long-range rocket missile systems he was going to send to Ukraine. Biden, of course, today announced that he's not sending those, knowing that it would cause a direct provocation with Russia. And it would mean a direct war with Russia. It's not a question. Sending long-range advanced missile systems to Kiev would have allowed them to strike Moscow directly, which was against agreements that we've signed long, long ago. But it's sad because now, of course, the oil embargo is going to go through. Our oil prices are going to start to go up as the EU agrees on the compromise deal on banning oil imports today. They did agree on it. As European leaders agreed on the plan to block more than 2/3 of Russian oil imports. 2/3. So it's a huge amount of oil coming from Russia that won't be going to the EU. That oil has to come from somewhere else. Now, where's it going to come from? Saudi Arabia, or Venezuela, or Turkey? It's going to come from suppliers we buy from now. That we rely on that oil in order to provide heat for our homes and electric for our grid. Now, along with the oil and the banning of oil imports, they're banning natural gas as well, which we, of course, have natural gas contracts out with China still that we have to fulfill. And now selling natural gas to the EU will, of course, cause our gas prices to go up again on natural gases. We're already at 3 times the natural gas price from last year alone. What is the future going to look like? When is gas prices going to be common to minimum wage in most places? Because that's where it's heading. Work an hour, get a gallon of gas. Oh, that means you got a 4 hour shift at a minimum wage job? It's probably not worth going to because you're going to pay for the gas by the time you get there. You get home, it's going to be like you work 2 hours for free every day. Not to mention the cost of everything else going up. It's just sad state of events going on around the world, all impacting us here back at home. Of course, the Federal Reserve says its goal is not just to fight inflation, but to get wages down. That's their ultimate goal. As the chairman of the U.S. Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, said his goal, direct quotes from him, is to get wages down. Powell announced that the Fed would be raising interest rates by 0.5%, of course, earlier this month or early in the month, as policies aim to reduce inflation in the United States. According to the transcripts, if you go through the actual transcripts that were published, Powell blamed inflation crisis, which is global, not on a proxy, not the proxy war in Ukraine or the Western sanctions on Russia, but rather on U.S. workers supposedly making too much money. That's right, you're getting paid too much. That's the problem. You can afford to buy barely what you need right now, but you're making too much money. It's just crazy out there. It's crazy. Yeah, I know notifications aren't going out, so please hit that share button as much as possible. I haven't heard anything about local transportation being free. Um, that might be something in your state that is happening, but local transportation's not looking like it's going to be free anywhere else. But of course, employers are having a harder time filling job opportunities. Wages are rising because of that. They don't want people to be able to afford cars. They don't want people to afford to be able to live. I mean, look at the honest rental rate in the United States. Average rents went up 33% last year alone. If you have to pay 33% more for rent, but you want to pay people less money than you were paying them before, you won't qualify for rental anywhere. So you're going to end up with massive homelessness. It's just one thing after another. I don't understand what our government is trying to do. Every time I turn around, it feels like there's just something more they're pushing as an agenda that just doesn't fit what we need. We need as a country, we need as a people. No, I'm talking, Powell's talking minimum wage that's still 7.25 as too much. Those minimum wages are still too much. Canada is not part of the U.S. for their Declaration of Independence. I'm sorry. I just seen somebody say something about it. Canada is not part of the U.S., unfortunately. Their declaration does not include freedoms that we are granted here by right of birth. I hope nobody gets injured tonight in these storms. I know there's storms everywhere. If you do have clear skies, there's going to be a beautiful meteor shower tonight. It is just sad seeing what's happening. Oil prices top $120 today. China's easing lockdowns, which of course will burn more fuel, and more fuel build back broke and brokener. Yep, that's the way it is. Build back broke and brokener. As we're watching what's happening, it's just sickening. It's sad. More they evolve. That's what I'm saying. Is we have our citizens fought for our freedom and independences. They fought for their rights. They fought against slavery. Whether we're from the South or the North, the country won against slavery because the North won to fight against it. The North, I mean, we won our country together and we gave up our grievances to become one. But now our country is more divided than ever. Seems like every time I turn around, something else is happening. And it's sad. Truly sad. Coming in and going out of chat, but it's just sad. I don't know where we're going to be in 2 years. Yeah, 15% increase. And that's not fuel surcharges. Yeah, World Health Organization will have the rights coming soon to shut down countries, including the U.S. I'm not going to stay on long tonight, though, because it is Memorial Day and I've had a long, long day. Remember the fallen soldiers that fought for your freedoms and independences and fought for our country to become united as one. Both sides that fought bravely and solemnly. Fought against tyranny, fought against what they vowed is wrong, and stood for their rights and freedoms. It's hard to imagine. The graves of over 20,000 Civil War soldiers are buried at Arlington Cemetery, and there were many more that fought and died there. A day in history that we will never forget. World War I to World War II to Vietnam to the Korean War to Iraq and Afghanistan. From the war that we fought the British and French to keep our freedoms, to become free from oppression. But yet, so much of our law today is based on British law. It just baffles me when I look back at that. But God bless you guys. Have a wonderful night. I'm not going to stay on. It's it's crazy world. We're facing crazy times ahead. But God bless you all. And good night.